Tony. I'm hearing different music.
Right.
Tank. I'm hearing Usher's first. So Eminem and them caught my eye the most, and Pac, of course,
Yeah.
caught my eye the most. And then I got KRS One, I got my
Right.
EPMDs, I got my Eric B's and Rakims.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They influenced me in the beginning, and then I had to go back and listen to them again because I started listening to my BGs and my Waynes.
Right. Started getting a little older.
Get a little older, got
Right.
my little other. I started listening to the beats more again.
Right.
And I got back to my craft and listened to the more KRS One, you know, and the Conscious Daughters. I got all kind of Mac Dre's and different artists for the fact that they have different styles.
Right.
And they got their own style. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But my biggest influence, like I say, is Eminem. And my biggest influence as far as doing what I'm doing now, as far as my music going now, my pops, rest in peace.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Because you know, he taught me to work hard and take care of what's right, so I take
Right.
care of my family. You
That's
know what I mean?
important. Right.
My wife motivated me, my son motivated me, my dad's what put that in me as
Yeah.
a kid. So he the main contributor to all that you see now.
Yeah.
That's why in some of my songs, you'll hear a lot of deep messages going on in there. That's why that's my Eminem part of me. And then I get
Right.
that. Then I get my my cocky Waka or my
Right,
Gucci.
right,
you know,
right, right.
we got
But
different
you-
personas. We got
Yeah,
different
but
styles.
you reaching out to the
Exactly.
different
Exactly.
graphics and whatnot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So expect us to listen to it and write the review.
Exactly.
All right, so we're gonna do that.
Exactly.
So for sure. So where does you get your inspiration from when you're writing your songs? Because you freestyle, but you write too.
Yeah, my inspiration comes from my writing. I go in there, I get it from my son, I get it from my wife, I get it from my thoughts of my niece, my sister, my past, the messed up past,
Yeah.
those who I lost. And I usually not to be cocky. I get it from others. You know, I go listen to your stuff and try and kill you. I get it from your stuff and try and kill you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I go listen to the person that I don't like in the industry and listen to his stuff and I'm like, I'll kill
Right.
this dude. And I end up freestyling and I end up
Right.
having to write it down. I see my hand move on the pen and pad like magic or something. I write the
Wow.
whole song.
Thank you.
I don't like writing in phones. I like using pen and pad. I'm so
Thank
old
you.
school.
So
that
conventional. You gotta be
Yeah.
conventional.
yeah, conventional. Because when you get the phone, it could die, delete.
Right.
It may not put
Exactly.
your words right. You
Exactly.
forget it, and
Yeah.
thoughts come and go.
Yeah, and that's exactly why I got back to the writing.
Exactly, and that's where you come from. But my inspiration, like I said, comes from my past, and it comes from a lot of what I went through, and what I've overcome. Man, you know,
Right.
I went through a lot. So.
Right. So, you know what I'm saying, as you progress as an artist, you know what I mean, and you get to, you know what I mean, a wider fan base, you know, what are some key ways you would give back to the community?
First thing, I got this already in my head, man. I went to a 12-step anonymous for 2 years straight, you know, against my will, as I so-called called it. But it was my will that took me in there. Getting people back on their willpower. You know, a lot of people don't got their willpower no more. Oh, the bills are due. I can't. Oh, the rent due. What am I gonna do? My lights is cut off. Oh, Lord.
Right.
You know, it's so bad. But yeah, it's people. It's always can be worse,
Right.
and it always could be 10 times better off if you wanted to. It's just
Right.
what you do. Your willpower is gone.
Right.
We took it away from us, and these new medias, these new societies, these new websites, to where everything is online now. So
Right.
our willpower is gone. We just go online and find a job.
Right.
Before we had to walk on that pavement,
Right.
pound that
Exactly.
pavement, go talk to the
Go submit
manager,
that application
and get an interview that
Right.
same day.
Right.
So you got to go in your interview clothes while we walking through Dean, hot,
Right,
100
exactly.
degrees. You know. But first I'm gonna house a community organization where it's, regardless of what you do, regardless of what craft you got, if you a musical, any type of musical type of background, any type of anything, you come in there and you got a place to house your craft,
Right.
where you learn the real basics of it. Because me, I never had a chance to do it, and I'm just I don't know what it is, but I'm good, so I don't need it as far as right now until I get to that level and it's called for it.
Right.
And to where I can get them in an actual studio setting, because it's a difference between a house rapper and a studio rapper, and then a real rapper.
Right.
Real rappers can go anywhere and shine.
Right.
You go on the stage in the middle of Times Square and shine.
Right.
And we from Dina.
Right.
You know, go in the box in the middle of Colorado, in the middle of the street, hold
Go.
traffic up and got a bullhorn.
Right.
Go.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm trying to get them to feel being in the studio, being on
Right.
that time schedule, being
Right.
on that. This is my business, so let me
Right.
put my money up, and this is what I'm paying for.
Right.
Let me
So
put
you
my
actually,
best out.
so you actually want to help local
Want to
artists,
help local
up
artists,
and coming local artists.
and then get also come together as far as all the big guys who fund everything, as far
Right.
as the CEOs of the companies
Yeah.
come together, and we put together little venues for them to have
Right.
chances to perform, like
Right,
kind of like Villa
exposure.
Park, like because I was at
Right.
Villa Park, I used to box out there.
Uh-huh.
So that kind of stuff, where it's an exhibition for the whole city,
Yeah.
free this, free that, job fairs where those who are starving artists those who have crafts, those who go to school, those
Right.
who do things and they can't get